I'm
For
starting
sure.
my TikTok live, and I'll invite
All
you.
right. Okay, let me get my Bitcoin screenshot behind me.
So it doesn't show me my face, so the camera angle might be messed up, but whatever.
Okay, so let's get party finance.
There we go.
So we
Weird.
should talk about crypto
Okay.
first. You can do crypto, then the meme stock, and then whatever, real estate.
For sure. Okay, so I'm waiting for party finance to be available. It says no feature access for inviting you to live. Are you not on live yet for TikTok?
I am. I just invited you just now.
Oh, cool.
Let me see if you see that. Sweet.
What's up? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we got the whole setup.
And we got Bitcoin at 37 grand right now. And it hit a low of 31 grand at 3:30 p.m. on Tuesday. So did you finally buy some Bitcoin, Ryan?
No, I haven't yet. I think we hold the same opinion. I think that Bitcoin's gonna hit like 30 grand and maybe a little bit below. I think I saw you post a TikTok that said it was gonna go to 30. So maybe I'll buy some. I'm gonna buy some. I predicted that it's gonna go to 28. So I might buy some at 28.
So you don't own any crypto right now. You're just gonna sit on the sidelines and you're gonna buy when it gets under 28 grand.
I got US dollar coin right now. That doesn't really count.
You're getting 9% on it?
Yeah, I can't complain. It's better than the negative 40% Bitcoin's gotten this month. So I can't complain.
That's smart. You're gonna get paid on the first, right? You haven't collected your first interest payment?
I gotten my first one. My average dollar amount in there and my average balance for USD coin was only like $360 because I just started it towards the end of the month. But yeah, it gave me like $2.90 or something. So yeah, now my average balance for next month should be, I guess, like 750 or something. So I'm bumping it up. I'm putting a couple $100 in there every week. I don't want to use it as my main source because I haven't done much research on the safety of it. I know cash is FDIC insured, but I know you got a ton of money in there too. So I'm sure you trust it, so I can trust it.
How much cash do you have that's FDIC insured sitting on the sideline?
Probably just like 7 grand, and then I have like 1,000 in my my Voyager.
So when would you go 50-50? When would you be comfortable putting 3.5 grand in there?
I'm just gonna contribute less to my American Express high yield savings because that's paying me 0.4% right now. So I'm just gonna keep the like 5 or 6 grand I have in there right now in there, and then I'm only gonna contribute to my Voyager going forward.
Why collect 0.4 when you can get 9%?
I know. I don't know. I just got like my brain is like set in stone about things. I think it's just like my conservative investing strategy that when I decide to do something, I continue with it. But yeah, I guess I really should transfer some money over.
It's all good. At least you did $100. All I wanted you to do is try $100. So, and that's cool. Now you're ready to buy the dip. Whenever Bitcoin crashes, you can buy some. You're gonna buy Ethereum too, right? You're not gonna buy Bitcoin.
I like Ethereum. I want to learn more about like the Ethereum network or whatever. You know how there's like, I'm not sure if I'm right on this. There's like there's multiple coins that operate under like the Ethereum blockchain. Is that correct or am I wrong? Isn't it something like that?
Party, you want to talk about it or should I talk about it?
Party should talk about it. What party should do it because people can't hear you. Not everybody can hear you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not too sure about Ethereum as much.
I can talk about it. So,
okay.
All of the DeFi, all of this yield farming and Pancake Swap and Dogecoin, Shiba Coin, all those crap coins, they're all created on Ethereum's blockchain. Now, have you heard of Cardano? Cardano is supposed to be the competitor, but there's no project. There's nothing being done on Cardano. So basically, every other coin wants to be like Ethereum. And if they're not on Ethereum, one day they're going to become like Ethereum. And then a lot of the scam coins, the crap coins, they're all on Ethereum. And you need to use Ethereum. Have you heard of SafeMoon?
Yeah, I've heard of SafeMoon. I've heard bad things about it, but
yeah. So SafeMoon is not on Ethereum. I feel like Ethereum would kick them off. So BNB is like the competitor token. And sorry, my food is ready. It should stop though.
I'm eating too. Maybe we picked a bad time. We're all eating. No, it's all
No,
right.
it's done my yeah. So basically, BNB is a competitor. Binance Smart Chain is a competitor to Ethereum. And a
Mhm.
lot of coins like SafeMoon, they use BNB instead of Ethereum. So BNB is another competition to Ethereum, but it's more legit than Cardano because you already have scam coins like SafeMoon on it.
That's a good point. And I just realized that they could hear you through Party Finance's recording of the monitor, so that's good. But okay, so someone was saying in the chat, you can create cryptocurrency using the Ethereum token and blockchain. So I
Yeah,
guess that's basically.
same with
Sorry.
BNB, but scam coins are on the BNB token. Have you heard of BNB, guys? I know Party Finance has heard of BNB. It's like
I've
the
heard of
third,
it.
like the fourth. Okay, so we know that. Okay, cool. So now that we went over that, should we switch over to meme stocks now? Talk a little bit about meme stocks.
Sure.
So I'm selling my AMC. I got 20 shares I'm going to hold, but I got another 5 shares that I put to sell at 50, I think 57.77. So once AMC goes over 57.77, I'm out, and then I'm just going to hold 20 AMC. What about you guys? I bought it by luck. I bought my AMC shares for $3.
So people are saying they can only hear me. That's all right. Whatever. We don't need to do tech stuff forever. We could just upload the recordings or whatever. So, I day traded AMC once on like the 7th of February or something. The GameStop hype was really big, and I was like, okay, nobody knows about AMC yet. So I just day traded overnight once and made like 25 or 30% on like the 6th or the 7th. But I haven't touched it otherwise. I don't really like that speculative stuff. I do it when it's kind of a sure thing. But other than that, I don't speculate much. I'll speculate crypto a tiny bit, just like jump in and out of it in the course of hours because it has so much volatility.
Basically, the rule of thumb is if you already heard about it, like if people come in your live stream and they're talking about it, it's already a bad investment. You want to buy AMC when it was under, hold on, let me tell you, under $10. If you're able to buy AMC under $10, then good for you. But if you're paying more than $10, it's just musical chairs. You're playing. I mean, you might as well go to the casino. Oh, but
For
you do
sure.
get popcorn. You get free popcorn. You have to own 1 share, and they give you free popcorn.
Oh, that's funny. So, what was I gonna say? So, I lost my train of thought. All right, somebody else say something. I lost my train of
I
thought.
have a question for you. What are your top? If you have to buy and hold a stock for a year, give me your top 5. Start with like a number 1, your most like best convection, and then 5th could be like, okay, this one might make a lot of money on.
So mine are, again, I'm pretty safe. So mine aren't like crazy. They're not small cap. They're large caps that are probably affected by the pandemic. So number 1, I'd say Carnival Cruise Line. I already doubled my money on Carnival Cruise Line and I had to get out. So I got in Carnival Cruise Line at like $13.70 at March of 2020. And then I sold it at $27 in like February of 2020. So I doubled my money there. I kind of have a rule. Whenever I make like a crazy amount of money, I get out, but I'd still buy it, whatever it is right now, 30 or 31. Analysts were saying it was worth 60 right before, like in January of 2020. So I think that has room to double again. I'd buy that right now, but it's just like my rule. I got to get out if I'm like doubling my money. I don't mess around. I don't try to get more. People take profits. I know that it's not crypto. It's not a pot of money. It's a company that has earnings releases, but I don't know. I just got a rule about that. So that's number 1. Number 2 would be, go ahead.
So let's not talk about it. What do you think of Carnival? Each one, we're going to talk about it. So what do you think of Carnival, Party Finance? Do you like it? What's your opinion? Or you can just say no opinion.
So I traded Carnival pretty much after COVID hit, and like I made like 200% like the next day. Like it dumped down really, really hard. Next day popped up 200%. I sold it, never looked at it again. So that's just
yeah.
me.
It went from $8 to $16 in like a few days one time, 8 to 16 or something. But sorry, go ahead, Sine.
My opinion is if you can get into Carnival under $20, it's a good deal. If you want to buy and hodl, it might go to 60, but we could have another coronavirus like hiccup, and then
Big time, yeah.
you take that risk. So if that's your number 1 stock, there is the upside for it going to 60, but I could see it going back down to 20 or 15 if for whatever reason there's another coronavirus thing. So
For sure.
Let's move to your second stock.
Yeah, just really quick. People think that it's gone, but like the summer got better last time, I think too, and some people are vaccinated and stuff. So when it gets back to cold weather season, I can definitely see that as a possibility. So my second one would be Boeing. It's still down a bunch. I think Rolls-Royce, the other big airline one, bounced back a lot and is almost to pre-COVID levels, but Boeing is still down because it has a lot to do with travel. But I think Boeing is going to get some Biden money soon. Biden gave Microsoft a bunch of money, so I think they're going to get some Biden money for some military contracts. Or that's a big speculation. But I think it's possible that one, it's going to go up another 30-40%. I don't know exactly where it's at right now. And also they could be getting some Biden money. So I'd like to put money there as well.
I like Boeing way more than Carnival. I think Boeing has a lot less risk. I don't like the price of 250. If it drops back down at like 240 or 220, I like it more. But if you can hold it, I think it's a $400 stock, so it really doesn't matter. What's your thoughts, Party?
Yeah, I like Boeing a lot. I currently sold my whole position at like the 240 range, so I want to pick it up at like 220. But I like Boeing long term. So.
Okay, that is like a great stock. So let's now go to stock number 3 for you, Ryan.
Okay, so this was one I can't think of another one I like right now. Markets are pretty high in my opinion, but I bought Coca-Cola at like $230 sometime in February. And right now, or you may not know, it's like 440.
Okay, but that's the one for bottlers. It's different. There's KO and then there's actual Coke. So you got a different Coke. But
I know. I thought that was wrong. I was like, I did not double.
No, you got it. No. So there's two Cokes. There's KO, which is like the actual company, and then Coca-Cola. You have Coca-Cola Consolidated.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I meant. I didn't hodl till 440. So I was like, that can't be right. Okay, so I got in. I mean, my main point is I don't have something else, but I really like Coke under like 250 and 300. I got in sometime in like late February or something.
It's up,
but
70%, up 70% in the past 6 months. So that's a great stock if you got it in the past 6 months.
Yeah, but like that, I couldn't think of a third one. That's the one those are the two I'm always saying on my live. If you guys can tell me one you like, but I'm just flexing. I think I got in at like 250. And in the course of a month, it was like 250 or I think it was 280. And then in the course of like a month, it went to like 320 or something. And I was like, when did anyone ever expect to make 40% on a boring company like Coke? So I got out. But yeah, I don't have another one that I really like that has been affected by COVID, because Royal Caribbean Cruise Line has recovered a lot more than, and it's like to $90 a share when it used to be at like 110 or something before COVID. So I can't think of any other pandemic ones that I'd really enjoy.
Let me read the stock. So what's the difference between KO and COKE? The Coca-Cola company, KO, is the Coca-Cola we all know and love. It's like the ingredients and the brand. The Coke that you own, so the COKE, it's the largest independent bottler of Coca-Cola in the United States.
Oh man, I just ripped off the sticker, but I applied there and interviewed in their in one of their big offices in Bellevue, Washington. I put the sticker on my computer for the longest time, but I was just picking at it today. Yeah, I applied to work there as a regional financial analyst or something of the beverage machines that they like lease out or something. But yeah, it's different. It's one of them's like the one that I'm talking about is the bottler. So yeah, I was in COKE.
Yeah. So Party, I mean, I like that stock. I mean, it went up 70%. So I don't know if I'd buy a stock that's up 70% right now. I'd wait to get it at a lower price, but it's a good long-term hold. So once again, if I had to pick out of the three, I would put probably, let's just do this. If I had $100, I would probably put $90 or $80 into Boeing, $20 into Carnival, and I'd probably wait to buy Coca-Cola if it went under $400, and then I'd put in some money. What do you think?
No, I agree on that. I like that a lot. I would do for sure like 80% Boeing and then 10% the other two. So.
Okay, so now I'll do my stocks, and feel free if you guys want to criticize or give me your thing. So I've been pretty repetitive, and I'm going to just go ahead and give you two, and you can just give me both of them. So I think my two biggest convictions right now are Airbnb and Coinbase. So you go first. What do you think of Airbnb, and what do you think of Coinbase?
So I'll go. Coinbase, I think it's pretty good value right now. Pretty good value. Airbnb, I think same, undervalued at current price. So
Do you want to look at a chart, Ryan, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I got a chart open. So
Okay.
it was funny. I was watching. You guys know the guy like Rick Raheem? You guys know Rick Raheem, right?
yeah, I like his channel.
So I'm getting. I think people are interacting with the comments a bunch lately. So he posted that he was buying Coinbase at its IPO. And and those are popping up on my For You page again because it's way down. But yeah, at some point I do like Coinbase, but I'm not sure when. I don't know. I don't look at it much because I'm not really big into crypto. I know, so I don't know.
It's okay. What about Airbnb? Look, if you don't like it, don't worry about it. Let's go to Airbnb. What do you think of Airbnb? Look at the graph.
Okay, but yeah, Coinbase. I think Coinbase is a buy at some point. Not for me though. I mean, I tell people under 200 for sure get in. I mean, not as a financial advice, but okay. So Airbnb. Hold on, I just want to see what it's. Not the Airbnb much. Some people tell me to look at it in my chat, in my live. Yeah, it's not something that belongs in my portfolio.
What do you not like about it? Because I can understand Coinbase. You don't like crypto, so you just don't want to touch it. So what do you not like? What's like the threat to Airbnb?
I'd say the threat is states like, I don't know how much of a threat this is. I've seen stuff about it. States like New York and certain cities that are really travel heavy saying no more Airbnb. Have you heard stuff about that in like hotels?
Yeah. So Irvine, where I live, they said, hey, no Airbnbs because we don't want you to fight with hotels. But here's the deal. Like if you go to Santa Ana, which is a city right next to us, they don't care. And then they allow Airbnb, but it has to be a 30-day stay or longer. So that's actually a better kind of like tenant. You're like, hey, I'm gonna like rent out my entire house. You're gonna take it for 30 days or 60 days.
Yeah.
That's still like a good business they can make money on. And like I just don't see a competitor. You know what I mean? Like there's still hotels for short-term stays. If you want a cheaper stay, you just go to a city nearby. Like let's just say, I don't know, Seattle bans it. Well, you just go to the city nearby, and the city nearby, well, that doesn't ban it, you stay there, and obviously you can get around it. So, but I do feel like the cities that work with Airbnb, they really like it because you can collect taxes. So, I mean, but
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so really quick, someone was in the chat really quick. I know this is off topic, but somebody said, stay away from stock market daddy. He's a very rude person. Don't invite him. I don't know who that is.
That's a waste of our time. That's a waste of our time. Let's go on. That's like
okay.
Comments like that. Okay, anyways.
Sorry, I was just really curious if you guys knew anything about it. Okay, moving on.
Let me talk some other stocks I'm very bullish on, okay? Have you guys heard of Zillow? Have you guys used Zillow?
Oh, yeah.
So I love Zillow. Zillow is basically going to make a ton of money off of real estate people because it's just great marketing. And, if you're trying to get clients, it's the easiest way to get clients, I feel like, to buy like real estate leads. So if you're in real estate, you're most likely going to give money to Zillow to bring in
For
clients.
sure. Yeah, I trust Sinadine's opinion on real estate stocks. He likes Zillow. Aren't they trying to bring on, or aren't they trying to make themselves like their own brokerage or something? I heard something about that.
Yeah. And so that would be a huge threat. They would be like Redfin. If you buy Zillow, I also like Redfin. I don't want to conclude them together because I'm trying to do 5 stocks on my end. So I like Zillow. If you want to diversify, I would also consider Open Door or Redfin. But if I have to pick one, it would just be Zillow. I feel like Zillow is the easiest and the safest, but Redfin and Open Door are very, very close. So that's my third stock. My fourth stock is chip makers. Obviously, most of my money's is in Nvidia, but you can't touch Nvidia right now. Like the stock went parabolic. It's kind of like your Coke. So for me, I prefer either TXM or AMD, and you can pick your poison. I think TXM has a better monopoly and they have lower taxes because they're in Taiwan, but China could attack them and then the stock goes to zero. AMD is just like another solid one. And then once again, if you want to be conservative, you can also throw some money at Intel, because there's a possibility that, the government gives a bunch of money to Intel and Intel becomes, more legit. But I like all the chip makers, but if I had to put my money in one right now, because I'm going to include my top list, I'd probably just do TSM, just so also I have like exposure outside of the US, because all the other stocks I've mentioned are, well, Airbnb's international, so I don't know about Airbnb, but and I guess Coinbase is somewhat international too. So none of them are really actually, never mind. So, but yeah, I just like TSM right now more than AMD, but it would be a coin flip. Okay, so that's my chip stock. So that's number 4. And so for number 5, I want to do my biggest conviction. Okay, I want to do a healthcare play, and this one is a little more speculative. You guys heard of Teladoc?
No, I haven't.
Teladoc is basically the idea that your phone becomes your doctor, right? And like, there's other people that are like also going to do it. So there's like a possibility like Zoom gets into like telemedicine, but with Teladoc, they're also trying to like have it where you would wear health monitor stuff. Like I would wear like a bracelet, and they're trying to have it where like AI would like monitor you, and then it would notify your doctor. So I don't know if this is all true. Obviously do your own research, but I am bullish on Teladoc, and it got killed. Like the stock went down a lot. So I feel like there's a lot of upside. And also just because like, if you're not going to buy a healthcare stock like that, another easy money and a safer way to bet healthcare is just do the Vanguard Healthcare ETF, which is the VHT. So if you don't want to do Teladoc and be like, I know you're a conservative investor, I think that anyone that doesn't have healthcare exposure should consider VHT, the Vanguard Healthcare ETF. So now you guys go ahead. Give me your pros and cons for the stocks I talked about.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. So I really liked I really liked Zillow. I don't look at Zillow enough, and I should consider Zillow more. That was my favorite one you mentioned for sure. And
you're on there constantly showing pictures on your live stream, like, oh, look at this property on Zillow.
I love Zillow. I've applied to Zillow a couple times, but to work there. But yeah, I love Zillow. Yeah, Zillow is my favorite one you mentioned for sure.
Okay. Is there any like downsides to like, TSM or chip maker? What do you think of Teladoc, or do you prefer to just do a healthcare ETF?
I prefer a healthcare ETF. Okay, so I don't know if the ones you mentioned are small cap or not. I wasn't pulling them up. Are they small cap? Are they smaller?
No, VHT is diversified. So
okay.
Yeah, and if you want, do you want me to read off the holdings here? Well, how about let Party Finance talk about it, and then I'll read off the top holdings.
Good point.
Go ahead, Party Finance.
So for Zillow, okay, so I like Zillow, just because like the real estate aspect, and then if they're going into like the whole loan thing you were talking about, brokering, that'll be pretty good for the future. I like that a lot out of all 5, to be honest, because I don't have any real estate stocks in my portfolio as much.
So really quick, let me say what real estate.
Have you guys heard of Open Door or Redfin?
For sure, I applied to Open Door as well. I've applied to all of these. I swear. Yeah, I've heard of Open Door.
Okay, I think those are good stocks too if you guys want to check it out. Okay, and then let me go ahead and give you the top holdings for VHT. And I'm surprised I don't own any Johnson & Johnson, and I probably should. It has United Health Group, which is like a great stock. Abbott, ABT, Pfizer, Merck, ABBV. That's Stock Market Daddy's favorite stock that, no one likes them. I guess Stock Market Daddy gets all the praise.
I got to ask you about that another time, but yeah.
Yeah. TMO, which is Thermo Fisher. Eli Lilly. Didn't Eli Lilly just go to the moon, right?
Yeah, it exploded the other day.
So, dude, I'm telling you right now, VHT is a solid ETF. I think that ETF could probably compete with ARK, and it probably has less risk than ARK.
For sure. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, so here's the healthcare stuff that I hold, and it's kind of a real estate-y as well. I have HTA, Healthcare Trust of America, and they're all, you guys probably know, it's all like a real estate property, or not, It's all healthcare properties. So I hold HTA, and I also hold IXJ, International Healthcare Index. I forget who it's offered by, maybe iShares, but those are the two healthcare things I hold. I held Pfizer through the pandemic, but I was really disappointed. I think I bought it when everybody already knew they were developing a vaccine, so I saw like no movement there. It maybe moved like $1 on a $30 stock. So that's all I have held recently and am holding with related to healthcare.
Okay, and then your thoughts, Party Finance? Do you want to give us like some stocks we haven't mentioned that you like? You can give us 3, unless.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Palantir, Boeing, and ArcX for like I guess 3 we haven't talked about. So
I love ArcX. I love ArcK, but I feel like ArcW will outperform. Everyone write it down. I think ArcW will be actually the best ARC fund. And let's see what happens. And then, by the way, I actually have to kick myself for not mentioning Palantir. I think that's a great stock. And then you said Boeing was your last one, right?
Sorry, I meant to say Baba instead of Boeing.
Alibaba. I love Alibaba. That's probably one of my favorite stocks. What do you think, Ryan?
I haven't researched it enough. I've been really boring. Just like you said in the TikTok earlier, Sinadine, you said I don't trade. I hold. I got diamond hands. But yeah, I've been holding much. So I don't look as much as I should. I don't peruse around as much as I should because I'm more of a holder. But yeah, I like Alibaba. I think it has much more growth potential than Amazon.
Okay, and they have that Alipay. So like, if you buy Alibaba, you're getting like Amazon and Apple Pay in one. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh. Yeah, so it's kind of ridiculous. But then again, you have a Chinese stock, so you don't really have any protection.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you got to diversify, and you got to have at least one Chinese holding. And I also think you should invest in India, but I don't want to worry about which individual Indian stock. So I like the ETF, INDA. I can read off the top holdings too, but you guys can go ahead and talk about it.
About INDA. Well, I'm going to say it first. I like your idea with diversifying by being in a different country's stock market. I haven't thought of that. Let me look at INDA stock really quick. I haven't thought of that. There's been some companies I've been interested that are offered in.
We're not going to know any of them. So one of them is Housing Development Finance Corp, ICIC Bank. I don't know that. Tata Consulting Services. That's the car. And then Hindustan Unilever. So we're not going to know these companies, but like I feel like India is the next China. And if you don't like China and you don't like their government, then you might as well invest in India because they're probably going to go to war against each other. No, I'm just kidding.
So I've been actually looking into India for the last like year to start scaling in. They're like super undervalued, and I think there's a lot of growth potential. A lot of growth.
What do you guys think of MJ and YOLO, the marijuana stock ETF? What do you think about? Because I don't like individual marijuana stocks. I feel like there's too much speculation. Even though I own Planet 13, Planet 13 is the only individual marijuana stock I own. But I feel like MJ and YOLO, you can actually get way better loans on it. The margin like much better than an individual marijuana stock. But I don't know. What do you guys think about marijuana? I think marijuana could be the next Bitcoin, but I could be wrong.
Again, I wouldn't buy an individual on any of those stocks. Same thing with the mushroom stock. What is it? MNMD. I wouldn't buy the individuals in them, but I'd be comfortable with buying an index of marijuana stocks for sure, but not individuals.
Okay. And so I think that's good enough. We're about to hit 30 minutes, but I want to finish with a final question. Did you guys watch the Mayweather fight versus Jake Paul? Did you guys watch that?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, so how many followers can we get? Like, if we become TikTok famous, how many TikTok followers do you think it will take for us to be able to like fight Mayweather or Jake Paul?
Like 10 million.
I would say like 50 million TikTok followers.
Oh yeah, probably.
10 million? Would you fight Floyd Mayweather or Jake Paul for $10 million? Or you're like, no, I don't want them to, punch me in.
I'd fight Jake Paul before Mayweather, honestly, because I'm closer to his weight. So I feel like it'd be a more even match because I'm 6'3" and like 220. So I feel like if I worked out for 6 months, I'd be a better fight against Jake Paul.
You wouldn't want to knock out Mayweather, like the undefeated.
Dude, well, I have no chance because I boxed a little bit against a bag for like a year and just like barely tried, but I feel like I could have as much boxing experience as Logan Paul and be Logan Paul's size to the pound in like 6 months. So I'd much rather fight Logan Paul than somebody who's been doing it for decades.
What do you say, Party Finance?
I would say Mayweather just because like financially that'll be better afterwards, all the interviews and stuff. So
you'd be a boxing legend. If you knock out a YouTuber, no one cares. You knock out Mayweather, you'd be a legend. So I'm with Party Finance. And so I think we can wrap this up. I'll go ahead and throw it up on YouTube, and I'll go ahead and WhatsApp it to you guys as well, so you guys can cut it up and do whatever you like.
Sweet.
Sure. All right, guys. That was fun.
All right, cool, guys. We should do it some other time with more setup with the tech. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. This is our first one, and so we're gonna call this the Easy Money Podcast, right? Easy Money, or do we have a better name? Okay, unless someone on your live stream thinks of a better name, for now it's the Easy Money Podcast.
For sure, sounds good.
All right, bye, guys.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yep. Take care.